In the ancient time, in the ancient kingdom of Kapilavastu, there lived a prince named Siddhartha Gautama. Siddhartha was no ordinary prince, he was destined for a life beyond the palace walls. His journey towards enlightenment was not a solitary one, for by his side was his cousin brother, Ananda. Before we continue, hit subscribe button and smash the like button. Ananda's actual relationship to Gautama was that of a cousin brother. When Gautama began initiating people into monkhood, Ananda approached him with a declaration, "I will also become a monk. But if I become your disciple, I am going to put one condition, and you must listen because I am your elder brother. I am going to become your disciple, but I am always going to be with you. You will never send me on any errands. I am always going to be your shadow." Gautama looked up and responded, "It is up to you, I have no problem." However, Gautama, in his wisdom, remarked that putting conditions on discipleship hinders the true taste of being a disciple. Nevertheless, he accepted Ananda's condition with a light-hearted okay, and Ananda, in fulfilling this condition, unknowingly set the stage for his own spiritual journey. Their journey unfolded like a lotus blooming in the dawn's first light. Ananda, a devoted disciple, absorbed every word that fell from Gautama's lips. His memory was exceptional, and he became the repository of the Buddha's teachings. Yet, within the folds of this inseparable companionship lay a subtle seed of attachment. One day, after more than 8 years of traversing the path of enlightenment, Gautama decided to revisit the palace he had left behind. Ananda, faithful to his vow, stood by his side. The purpose of this visit was not merely a reunion with the past, but a profound offering of the newfound wisdom to Gautama's wife, Yashoda. Gautama, aware of the potential discomfort this meeting might bring, turned to Ananda and said, "Now, I am going to meet my wife. Please stay away, you are not needed. She is already very offended and angry that I left in the middle of the night. Now if I take you as a companion and go there to meet my wife, she won't take it properly. You please stay here for this." Ananda, true to his commitment, replied, "Keep your word." As Gautama approached the palace, the air was thick with tension. Yashoda, still harboring the wounds of his abrupt departure, unleashed her pent-up fury upon Gautama. She berated him, accused him of cowardice, and questioned his abandonment of their son. Gautama listened with a serenity that comes from understanding the impermanence of worldly emotions. Yashoda, in an attempt to test his resolve, presented their son before him and demanded, "What is it that you are going to give your son?" Gautama, ever prepared, called Ananda and instructed, "Please bring my begging bowl." Ananda, sensing the gravity of the moment, brought the begging bowl to his master. With grace and purpose, Gautama handed the begging bowl to his son, proclaiming, "I do not want you to suffer as a king, so I am giving you the ultimate freedom. My legacy is my begging bowl." In that moment, the young prince, draped in the simplicity of monkhood, embraced the profound teachings of his father. As Yashoda witnessed this transformation, her anger gave way to confusion, and finally, a glimmer of understanding. Gautama, now Buddha, turned to Ananda and said, "She said everything that she wanted to say. That man who married you is no more, that man is gone. But I am here. Now I am Buddha, I am a realized being. Whatever was possible for that man was maybe a few more children. But now something tremendous is possible. This man is totally different. Please look at me, I am not the same person." Despite this transformative encounter, Ananda found himself in a moment of reflection. He had stood by his cousin's side through trials and tribulations, but had he truly understood the essence of Gautama's teachings? Ananda, unknowingly, had set a condition on their relationship, a condition that veiled the clarity of his perception. Years passed, and the community of disciples grew around Gautama. Ananda continued to be an integral part of this spiritual fraternity, yet a subtle sense of discontent lingered within him. He had been close to Gautama, absorbing the teachings, witnessing miracles, and yet, enlightenment eluded him. As the inevitable approached, and Gautama lay on his deathbed, only the enlightened disciples were permitted to enter his chamber. Ananda, with tears streaming down his face, questioned the Buddha, "I was so close to him, but I am left out of his circle, why? Why did it not happen to me?" The Buddha, with eyes that held the vastness of the cosmos, responded, "How can a spoon taste the soup?" Ananda, perplexed by this cryptic answer, sought clarification. The Buddha continued, if you want to taste the soup, you need that awareness of the tongue. The moment you set conditions in life, you become inanimate. You get reduced to a thing, and you try to reduce the other thing. But that other thing is away from you. Ananda, in that moment of revelation, understood the subtle yet profound truth that had eluded him throughout his journey. The condition he had set, the shadow he had become, had obscured the clarity of his own consciousness. In seeking closeness, he had unknowingly distanced himself from the essence of Gautama's teachings. As Ananda grappled with this realization, a profound transformation occurred within him. The tears that had flowed from the eyes of a disciple now mirrored the cleansing of a soul. In that moment of surrender, Ananda let go of the condition that had bound him. The shadows dissipated, and he stood as a disciple, not in the proximity of the Buddha, but in the vast expanse of awakened consciousness. The legacy of Ananda is not one of regret but of transcendence. In the annals of Buddhist history, he is remembered not just as a cousin to the Buddha but as a soul who, through the crucible of experience, emerged enlightened. His journey serves as a cautionary tale for those who tread the path of spirituality, reminding them that true discipleship requires the willingness to let go of all conditions and bask in the radiant light of unconditioned awareness. And so, in the hallowed gardens where Gautama attained enlightenment, the story serves as a poignant reminder of the pitfalls of attachment, even in the pursuit of the noblest goals. Ananda's unwavering loyalty had been both his strength and his downfall. The Buddha, in his wisdom, had recognized the delicate nature of Ananda's condition, and yet, he had allowed the journey to unfold as it did. The story of Buddha and Ananda echoes through the ages, a tale of companionship, loyalty, and the profound wisdom that blooms when the shadows of attachment are dispelled, revealing the boundless potential of an awakened heart. Don't miss out. Subscribe to my channel, give those videos a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and spread the love by sharing my videos.